All right. Welcome to Becoming the Healthiest and Happiest You. My name is Melissa. For all of you, I know all of you guys so far know me, but in case anybody hops on, I'll just give a brief introduction. I am a wife and mom. I live in Connecticut. I have three children. Kaylin is 15, Declan is 11, and Matica is 7. I'm married to my husband Tucker for I think 12 years now, which seems ridiculous because I'm still 16, so I don't know how that's possible. Um, I am a therapist and I'm a coach. I've been a coach for 4 years and a therapist, I don't even know how long, but I'm 16, so it couldn't have been that long. Um, and I just wanted to share tonight the things that I have learned in the last couple of years that have really helped me to grow as a person and really improve my relationships and all of that fun stuff. So, oh my gosh, the waiting room. Okay, the waiting room. If I get distracted, I'm so sorry. I have like a one-track mind and the waiting room is throwing me off totally. Okay, so, okay, I think we're good. Okay, so number one is mindset. It seems like such a basic thing, but it has really played a crucial part in my development. So right now, with everything that's going on in the world, I know it's so easy to get consumed into all of the drama of it, right? And the best thing that I can recommend is to be informed of what's going on, but shut it off. Have a limit to it. Find out what you need to know to stay, to stay relevant and know what you need to know about what's going on in your world, but shut it off, because if you are just so consumed in all of that, it's just not going to bring you to a positive place. So how I manage all of that is I listen to podcasts. I listen to books on Audible. I read personal development books in order to give myself all of the positivity that I can possibly give myself. And this has become such a big part of my life. I know that I need to start my day with really positive things so that I can believe in myself. I will have the confidence to tackle my day and anything that comes my way. And what this has done, as I said, all of my relationships have changed and my whole mindset has changed, right? Like when I started doing all of this, I really didn't believe in it, I guess you could say. I thought it was a little bit hokey, but what happens is you learn about running a business. You learn about yourself and the road to personal growth and development, you're looking at yourself all the time. How can I be better? What can I do better? How can I, really be what I want to be? And that can be really, really powerful. Because I know for a long time I had goals. I had things that I wanted to do in my life, like be a good mom, be a good wife. And I would go to bed at the end of the day feeling so frustrated because I wasn't living up to that. And I didn't know how to live up to that. I was, involved in so many different aspects in my life. I was always a yes person. I always want to help people, always want to, be the person that somebody can count on. And I did that at the expense of myself and my own sanity. And what these books and what this growth has done for me is allow me to realize that in order for me to give my best and be my best for the people that I want to be the best for, I have to learn to say no, and I have to learn to take care of me from the inside out. So yes, podcasts, Audible, books. In the category of mindset too is gratitude. I can't say enough about, oh gosh, the bleeding room. I can't say enough about gratitude. I really started implementing gratitude when I read The Miracle Morning for the first time. If you've never read The Miracle Morning, highly recommend.
Horcruxes.
Even better than Miracle Morning is Miracle Equation. That's Hal Elrod's newest book, and I love that one too. But Miracle Morning I read in August of 2017, and that was when my morning routine really began. And I started writing down 3 things every day that I was grateful for. And again, I had always felt like I was grateful. I felt like I was a grateful person. Like I appreciated the people in my life. I appreciated what I had. But there's such a distinct difference between being grateful and having a gratitude practice. And as I said, I'm a therapist in my other job. And when I talk to my clients, sometimes I suggest gratitude, and I can't tell you how many times people say to me, "Oh, I'm so grateful." And I'm like, no, you have to do it, and you have to do it every single day, because what happens, and there's been studies done, another book I recommend is the Gratitude Diaries, and there's studies that are done that gratitude can help you get through the most horrific tragedies and traumas. Gratitude alone can get you through those things. And what it does is it retrains your brain to look for the positive in your life. So even if you consider yourself a glass half empty person, doing gratitude can turn that around over time for you. So I would challenge you to try it for 30 days and see what happens, because I know for me, it changed everything. I began to look for the things around me, and I've always been a more positive person, but even then I looked in my relationships, the ones that I would complain about the most, the ones that, I had struggled with, I would look for things in that to be grateful for, and it changed how I thought about it, and it made me more appreciative of everything in my life. And sometimes, you know what, sometimes you're feeling really crappy, and it could be, I'm grateful for the shoes on my feet, or the roof over my head, or the peanut butter in my pantry. Maybe you don't have a full fridge right now, but you're grateful for the peanut butter. It can be little things like that, and those things can add up. So you can't change your first thought, but you can change your second thought, and that is huge. That's huge. Especially if you're somebody who wants to get rid of a more negative mindset. What can happen is you if you get up, let's say, and you spill your water all over yourself, and you're like, well, this is going to be a horrible day. Let's say you think that, okay? And that's your first thought. You can then say to yourself, no. My first thought is fine, but my second thought is I'm changing this. This does not mean this has to be a crappy day. Maybe this bucket of water, or cup of water spilled, but I can still turn it around, and I can still make this a great day. So don't get so hung up on the first thought, but remember that you have the power to change the second thought, and changing your thoughts. And the more that you practice doing that, it can turn around everything for you. Doing affirmations. So every single day, part of my morning routine that I still do is I have specific affirmations that I've written out and I've developed based on my goals. And in addition to that, I also write out my daily goals, what my goals are for my life, what my goals are for my business, what they are for my family. And what those affirmations do is, and the goals, is they set me up to think about how I'm going to accomplish those throughout the day. So for instance, 2 of my goals, and these are straight from Rachel Hollis, is I'm going to be a patient and loving mom and an exceptional wife. So this has helped me so much, I can't even tell you, because when you write those things in the morning, I know that I've written, I want to be a patient and loving mom. That means that I want to get the stuff that I need to get done in the morning before my kids wake up, so that I'm not frustrated when they wake up in the morning. So, and then throughout the day, I'm looking at what I can do to make sure that when I do put my head down on my pillow at night, that I can say that I did the best, that I lived up to that goal in a way that I didn't those years ago, those years that I struggled and said, I want to be this mom, or I don't want to be this frustrated mom. I don't want to be this mom who's exhausted and tired and, at her wit's end all the time. I want to be able to sit down and read a book when my kid wants to read a book. I want to be able to listen to my teenager talk incessantly about, what is that show? Outer Banks. Oh my God. All she wants to do is talk about Outer Banks. So or my son explained Roblox to me for the 40th time. I want to be able to do those things. And for a long time in my life, I wasn't able to. So those goals, those daily goals, help me to be able to do those things. be careful of how you talk to yourself or how you talk about yourself and about other people. One thing that we know from, or, from being in a personal development and growth culture is that it's not good to talk about other people. If we're talking about other people, it doesn't help us move forward. And in the same breath, talking about yourself in the negative way doesn't have a good impact on yourself. So watch what you say. Watch what you say about yourself. Make sure that you're saying, kind things about you. And if you're not talking to yourself or about yourself like you would talk to your best friend, then you got to change it up, because it's just not nice. So you have to talk to yourself like you would your friend, and don't allow negativity around you. Looking for the positive and looking for the rainbows in the midst of the rainstorm, it becomes easier and easier over time, just like the gratitude stuff. The more that you practice it, the more that you implement these things, the easier it becomes, even for the most negative people. So just try to, it doesn't have to necessarily be a morning routine, but I know for me, it makes a huge difference in setting my day up. But I know a lot of people who set their intentions the night before. They maybe set their goals then, or they set whatever they plan to do for the next day the night before, so they set themselves up for success. So it's not really important when it's done, but make sure you try to implement it and try to put these things into play into your life, because mindset is huge. So some personal development recommendations that I have, and I can offer more later if you have, oh crap, I have other people in the waiting room. I should have made you the host, Laura. Yeah, if you need any specific recommendations on a certain topic or something you're struggling with in your life, I'm happy to give them. But here's some basic ones that I love is, as I said, The Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod. Everything is Figure Outable. Marie Folito for Lotto. I don't know. Look it up. Everything is Figure Outable. Mastering Your Mean Girl. That was a good one I made Kaylin read this past summer that she enjoyed. She started actually following the author on Instagram. She didn't write her back, and I was annoyed by that, but whatever. 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And that is my boy, John Maxwell. And also, if you are not into reading or you feel like you don't have time to read, you can check out Brene Brown and Rachel Hollis. They have specials on Amazon Prime and Netflix. I can't remember what they're called offhand, but they're a great way for you, if you're not used to personal development, to get into that, to get into it, you can watch that. So number 2 is intentionality. So one thing that really, this is another huge thing for me. Everything's huge. That's like my word of the day. But it's setting your goals and being really intentional with how you spend your time. And this is related to the mindset stuff, but what are your goals? And are you spending your time doing actions that are going to lead you to your goals? And again, this wraps up into how I plan my day out. What am I doing? If I'm saying that I'm going to move my business forward today, I need to do actions that are going to move my business forward. Otherwise, what am I doing? If I want to be an exceptional wife, am I doing things that are leading me to that point that I can say I've been exceptional? And now this like this big joke, because I finally told Tucker that I write this down every day. So if I do something not nice, he's like, that's not exceptional. And I'm like, I never should have told you my goals. But seriously, and you might need to do an audit on yourself. And, this can be really eye-opening, but I know a lot of people who say, I just don't have time for this, or I don't have time for that. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. Do a time audit on your day, because everyone has the same 24 hours. And I guarantee you, you can swap something out for another thing in your life. A really good thing to do is to check your phone and look at the social media audit. That's really eye-opening. The first time I did that, I was like, holy crap. And then of course I was like, well, I work on my phone, so that's different. But seriously, be real with yourself. What are you doing? If you do work on your phone like I do, are you scrolling or are you actually working? Because yes, I work on my phone, but yeah, if I turn on TikTok, you better believe I'm sucked in for God knows how long. That's why I can't even open TikTok anymore. So get real with yourself. And are you doing the things that you say that you want to do? If you're binging Outer Banks like my daughter is, what can you do that you want to do for your goals instead of doing that? Or can you limit it? I know me and Tucker are watching Vikings now. I watch one episode a day. If that was interfering with things that I wanted to get done, I would eliminate it. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And that comes down to something else that I wanted to talk about is eliminating things for your life that aren't serving you or bringing you closer to your goals. So right now, we don't have anything extra in our lives, right? Like everything's been canceled. Kids' activities, our hobbies, our social lives, everything's canceled. But before all of that, I used to be, this is, a few years ago, I was the PTO president. I was the Girl Scout troop leader. In addition to my jobs, I did all of these things. And, that's in addition to taking kids to sports. That's in addition to appointments for them. It's freaking exhausting. And what I found was that was adding to that frustration, right? The mom that was frustrated and angry and lashing out and not able to feel good when I put my head on the pillow at the end of the day, that was because of these things. All of these things that were drawing me away from my goal. My goal of being a patient and loving mom was being spent doing all of these other things. So I eliminated all of them. And I honestly never felt better, because what happened, and this doesn't have to be for everybody, this is what my experience was, but for me, being PTO president, even though this was for my kids, it wasn't giving me time with my kids. It was giving me all these other jobs that were making me away from my goal. And even being a Girl Scout leader, I was so frustrated with my own daughter at the meetings. We weren't having quality time together. I was more annoyed with her than any of the other kids at the meetings. And it wasn't leading me towards that goal. So it had to go. Which comes down to learning how to say no. And this was a really tough one. As I said, I was a yes person for a long time. I wanted to be the helper, be the person that people could rely on. And I had to learn what my limits were. And right now in my life, if it's not for my business, if it's not for my family, it doesn't happen. And again, nothing's happening right now, but you get what I mean. Another example I had that I really don't want to talk about because I've talked too much, but is financial goals. And this was another thing for a while. I've wanted to pay off our debt and sell our house. But I was finding that those things were not happening because I wasn't doing them. If you want to pay off your debt, you have to make a plan to actually start doing that. And I think that is a roadblock for a lot of people. You have goals, but where do you even begin? So you have to start somewhere, and you have to break those goals down and be real with yourself. Are you moving towards those goals? What are you doing to move yourselves towards those goals? And how can you find the information that you need to find to start doing that? Okay, number 3 is accountability. And accountability has been, they are all huge, right? All of these are huge, and accountability is just enormous. Accountability for me comes in so many forms. It comes with my challenge group and all the challengers and coaches that I'm friends with, people that are here for me because I've said my goals to them. So when you say your goals, and if you don't have anybody to say them to, or you don't say them to your friend, your best friend, or your spouse, or whoever, you can give up on them, right? Because nobody knows about them. If you say to yourself, I'm going to quit smoking tomorrow, but you say it to nobody even knows that's a goal of yours, and nobody's going to check in with you. So when you fail, that's fine because nobody knows anyway. The minute you start saying out loud, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want to do, can you help me with this goal? Can you check in with me? Can we be accountability partners? That's when the magic begins, because then people will say, hey, how's that goal? How's that goal of yours? How are you doing? What's going on with that? And sometimes it's like, oh my God, why did I even say that? But that's what holds you to your goal. So social media does that for me. That's why I post all the time. Whenever I have a goal, I say it out loud. And, one time I wanted to break down how many hours I worked in my coaching business because I legitimately didn't know. So I said to social media, on Friday, ask me how many hours, I worked this week so I could figure out what I did. And that helped me figure that out. Be careful of who you're around. Are you with people who are moving in the same direction as you? And they don't have to have the same goals as you. You don't have to be the same person, but you want to make sure that if you're trying to go somewhere, you are surrounding yourself with people that are also trying to go somewhere. You are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Who are those people to you? Are those people, your best friends from high school who may still look at you the same way that you were in high school and you're totally different now? Make sure that the people you're around are also moving forward. And it's not that you can't be best friends or friends with the people you're with in high school, but maybe limit your time with them and surround yourself more with other people that are progressing. And one thing that I heard that I really was intrigued by is, I never thought of it this way, but somebody was saying that, I forget who, some author or podcast, that you can also include TV in that. So if you're somebody who's watching a lot of TV, like that can be a person that you're surrounding yourself with. I know, like, my parents watch tons of news all the time. Like that could probably be one of the people they're surrounding themselves with the most. Is that positive? Probably not. So yeah, just be careful of who you're spending your time with and make sure it's intentional. I had to, in this journey of growth, had to reduce time of certain people that were in my life. And it's sad, and you don't really want to do it, but I also didn't want to be around people who were talking smack about people all day. That wasn't what I wanted to be around. I wanted to be around people who were talking about growth and goals and how they can improve, and those types of things. So when you and the challenge group. So when we in coaching, we run challenge groups. That's part of what we do that helps our challengers and other coaches get to our goals. And that's where the magic is. I can't even tell you the feeling of, it's just such an incredible feeling to be around the energy of all these people that are working towards something together. And again, everyone's different. Everybody is different. We're from all different places. We're all different people with different lives, but with that one common goal of wanting to better themselves. And that can take many different forms, nutrition, fitness, mindset. But, one of the things that I believe with health and fitness is that, in order to change your neck below, you've got to work on your neck and above. And that's what the magic of coaching does, is you can be a challenger and you can work on your health and fitness goals, but coaching is where you get the mindset stuff. That's when that is I don't want to say drilled into you, but it is. It's part of our daily job as a coach. We're taught to work on our minds. And that is how I made all of these changes. That's how I am the person I am right now, because of coaching and because of the mindset piece. And so we have the accountability and the challenge groups for the health and fitness mindset stuff, but we also have this coaching community, which is that leveling up, right? That's the health, fitness, and mindset. And that community is freaking unbelievable, because there's just nothing like it. There's nothing like that energy. And I can't even tell you, I never, ever, ever thought that I would be fulfilled by a job more than being a therapist, because I was always really super duper proud to be a therapist. But the minute that I fell in love with exercise and I realized how powerful and what an impact moving your body has on your mind, and then that you can change your mind by implementing these strategies, like changing your mindset, like putting positive things in your brain, like doing daily gratitude, I'm like, this shit is, oh, sorry, Amber, I know you're with your daughter. This is, we overcomplicate everything. Everything is so overcomplicated. And I know that there's more severe mental health things, and I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying for the normal average person, and even people with, you know, less severe mental health stuff, this is where it's at. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So this is why I'm so passionate about the community that I've been building for the last 4 years. And we, as I said, we focus on mindset, and it's totally life changing. And anyone who I've seen that has gone in 100% has also changed their lives. But that's the key, is you have to go all in. And I know when I talk about accountability with new challengers, sometimes they don't want to post in the group, sometimes they don't want to be involved. And that breaks my heart, because although, yeah, you can use the programs, you can use the products and enjoy them and have fun and have success, it's not going to change your life. It's not going to change your life the way that it does in the accountability group. It's just not. So, so I wanted to share all of this with you guys. I'm going to share my slides to see if you guys want to join in on this community. I have amazing deals right now that you can join and come and change your life too. This is how passionate I am about this, and I just want to share it with all of you. So let me share my screen. I'm hoping that I don't knock my whole little station over right here. Okay. I wish I could show you what I'm leaning my laptop on, because it's like on a box and then on a box of perler beads. Okay. Oh wait, I have to click share. Okay. Can you guys see that? I know it's not showing anything yet, but can you see that? Okay. I'm just gonna do it like this because I don't know how to do it the other way. Oh, I can. Hang on. Okay, so this is the first option. This is right now, option 1 is the basics. That gives you an entire year of our on-demand workouts, over 700 workouts. It gives you 30 days of Shakeology along with a shaker cup and a year of coaching and the challenge group that I was talking about. That would also include your coach fee. That's $40 usually, but that would be waived. And then option 2 is everything that's on the other option, but with a tub of Energize, which that's my unicorn magic that I drink every single day when I'm not on my nutrition plan. And that gives you all the energy for your workouts. It's my coffee replacement. It's a great afternoon pick-me-up that doesn't dehydrate you like coffee does. And it also allows you to drink more water because you're mixing it with water. So if you want to actually take like a screenshot of this, that would probably be helpful for you. So I'll just give you a second to do that in case you need to take a screenshot. And then this is the second option. So in this 80-day option, it's the same on year of the Beachbody On Demand workouts, but it gives you a month of Shakeology as well, a shaker cup, a year of coaching and boot camps, but it also gives you resistance loops and sliders in case you need some equipment at home. It gives you the 80-day nutrition guide and tracker and the little portion container cups. And then the second one is everything above plus the tub of Energize. So I'll give you a second to take a screenshot of that. And then all you need to know is you can take a screenshot of this too. This is the Shakeology flavor options. And then in the chat, is this, okay. Okay, and then in the chat, I'm gonna put my Google form. Oops, I wrote it to someone privately. Everyone, okay, everyone. Okay, so if you want to sign up for that, there's the Google form. The first 3 people who sign up as a coach are going to get a special prize. So fill out the form, and it's going to ask you for your flavors and your package options. And then I will, actually, I'm going to stop sharing now. Okay, there we go. And then, yeah, fill out the form, get that back to me, and then we will get you going. Does anyone have any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. I missed getting a screenshot of the first May sale.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end, would you mind just showing it? You don't have to do it right now.
No, not at all. Let me, okay.
And what is the Energize? Is it like like a powder or something that
Oh,
goes?
it's magic. Yeah, it's like a powder. It comes in, oops. What do I do? Oh, there we go. This one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a powder. It comes in fruit punch or lemon. Fruit punch is sweet and lemon is like more tangy. I actually like to mix both of them, but you know, everybody finds their own favorite. You got it?
I did. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? All right.
I'm curious about what the coaching that's included in these, when you sign up for one of these, what does that mean when it says like a year of coaching or whatever it said? I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, you just get stuck with me, really. You're just stuck with me forever. Yeah. It says a year, but it's really not a year. It's like for life.
Okay, but it means.
But you also get like mentored too, like because you're signing up as a coach, so you get, you know, all of what we do as coaches. We, you know, Laura is here. She's my girl. We run groups every other week. We call them coach boot camps, and it just gets you started into the actions of coaching, and we just mentor you the whole way. So you get lots of us.
Okay, cool.
All right, are we good? Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
What about the Amazon gift card? Just curious.
Oh, the Amazon gift card. That's right. I have to check that. Did anybody get tagged?
I mean, I tagged 5 people. I think a couple other people did too.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. Okay, I will pull that and I will put it in the event.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. I thought no one did it. That's exciting. Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.